Hey, I'm Ashwin. So, I have built an AI powered medical receptionist which handles patient intake, automates scheduling, and also offers a multi channel confirmation with zero infrastructure costs. A bit about myself: I've graduated with a master's in computer engineering from Syracuse University. Alongside that, I've had the chance to work with multiple companies building AI applications for them, starting from automotive to edtech. What makes me unique is my experience itself. Because I've worked with startups as well as legacy companies, I've had experience working at fast paced environments as well as building systems at scale. And what I bring to the Chiron Medical's cultural aspect of the company is my high trust, zero ego mentality, which essentially means that I would rather have someone tell me that I'm wrong rather than me having to spend 5, 6 days building something which doesn't work. And the strategies I would use to learn a new technology is I believe that building something using a new technology is the best way to learn something. Even for this project, actually, I've had no prior experience in deployment, but I learned a lot about AWS Amplify and how you can integrate your GitHub repository to ensure continuous integration and deployment so that you can build and deploy as you go. I believe that, yeah, building something using the technology and testing out edge cases, trying to break your own code and fixing it along the way is the best way to learn something. And the difference between outcome oriented and effort oriented is that I don't believe that high effort always equals to high value. For example, you could invest 100 hours building something that the user hardly cares about, but if you had oriented that effort towards the right outcome, you could have built more impact in the same amount of time. So I believe that everyone should be outcome oriented, and effort is sort of like a precondition if you want to build anything out of the ordinary. So, okay, yeah, going to the demo of the application, this is how the front end UI of the website looks like. I've made sure that the user interface, which is Glass UI, and also the color coordination matches slightly to the original Chiron Medical's platform. So, the purplish Glass UI interface goes well with the already existing platform. So, let me just go ahead and test this application using my own credentials. I'll enter my date of birth, my phone number. For now, we're asking the user to also give their mobile carrier, which I'll explain the reason why later. So let me Verizon, my email. So we also have an opt-in for text message feature if the user wants a confirmation message on their phone regarding the appointment, the doctor's name, and the time. So that's also available. And the reason for appointment could be anything. Let's go with knee pain for now. So this is how the chat interface looks like, and it says, "Hello Ashwin, I see you're looking to schedule an appointment for knee pain. Let me find the right specialist for you." Let me just say, go ahead. So it says, "Welcome back, Ashwin," because I had already inputted my details before, and the AI has context that I've visited the clinic or the pharmacist before. So I think I have scheduled an appointment with Dr. Smith, who is an orthopedic specialist, on March 24th. Okay, just for demo's sake, let me go ahead and remove that. Clear my previous appointments and book a new one. Okay, sure. So let me say that I have knee pain for the last 2 days and would like an appointment as soon as possible. So you see that when I said knee pain, it is automatically directing me to Dr. Smith, who's an orthopedic specialist. And it is also showing me the two available slots he has for the month. And let's say that I want an appointment for March 20th. So I say March 20th sounds good. Okay, great. So the AI assistant has already booked the appointment for me, and apparently it sent me an email and a message. Let's see if we've received both. So yes, so you can see that I've got a confirmation email. And another feature is that you can add this event automatically to your Google Calendar so that you don't forget just in case. And let's see if we've received the message on my mobile phone. Yes, so I don't know if you can see my screen, but I've also received a text confirmation from Chiron Medical. Okay. To show you another feature of this application, let me go ahead and sign in with someone else. Let's say Sheikh Eddie. Um, phone number. Phone number. So let me use my friend's phone number so that I can show you another feature as well. I'll just put in my email for now. Receive appointments, yes. Let's say skin rash, right? Okay. So it says, "Hello Abhishek, I see you're looking to schedule an appointment for skin rash. Let me find the right specialist for you." Yes, please. I have uh, rashes on my left arm. Yes. So as you can see, when I say rashes, it is smartly directing me towards Dr. Lee, who is the dermatologist, and is also providing two available slots that he has for the month. Another interesting feature is that if the user doesn't want to interact with the platform on text, he or she can also opt for a phone call. So let's see if this works. Yeah, as you can see that the user is also getting a phone call. Let me go and answer that for you.
Hi, Abhishek. This is Chiron Medical. I'm calling to help you finish scheduling that appointment for your skin rash. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear it. Just to confirm, you're looking to see a doctor for a skin rash on your left arm, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Lee, our dermatologist, has an opening today at 11 o'clock a.m. Would that work for you?
Today doesn't work. Can I get on some other day?
Sure. Dr. Lee also has a slot on March 25th at 1 o'clock p.m. Does that day work better for you?
Yeah, that works.
Great. I'll get that scheduled for you. You're all set for March 25th at 1 o'clock p.m. with Dr. Lee. Thanks for calling Chiron Medical. Have a good day.
Good day to you. Bye bye.
Bye.
As you can see that the AI assistant had a very human conversation with me when I said that this day doesn't work or this time slot doesn't work. So the user has two options to interact with the platform, either through text or through call. Another interesting thing which you might have observed is that I started the conversation on text, and the AI assistant automatically carried the context of the text conversation onto the call, where I didn't even mention that I have a skin rash or I want to talk to Dr. Lee. It asked me questions about it asked me questions confirming if I have a skin rash and you had spoken to me before regarding Dr. Lee, etc. So this is another feature of my application where it takes the context from text onto the call by the assistant itself. So this is basically the demo. Let me show you the code base. So yeah, this is the code base, and this is where major part of my logic is. So as you can see that I have currently hard coded four doctors with four different specialties and the treatments they provide. And the doctors each have three time slots available for the month. And this is my fundamental system prompt where you're giving the AI a little bit of context as to who the AI is. So I say that you're a medical scheduling assistant at Chiron Medical, help the patient schedule an appointment. I give details about the doctors and their specialties and their availabilities also. And three, four instructions to give the AI some context on how to speak and what to do. So before going into the logic, let me show you the tech stack I'm using. So I'm using Grok's API as it has very generous free tier limits. I'm also using Bland's API key for the calling feature. The Gmail user and app password is to send the email confirmations without extra cost. And I'm also using Superbase, which is my Postgres table stored on a platform for the AI memory that I showed just now regarding how the AI assistant is also able to tell if you visited the clinic before or not. So coming back to our code, so we finished the system prompt, and this part of the code is used to generate the calendar invite. So what this code basically does is that once the AI detects that the appointment is confirmed, it generates an ICS document, which is the Google Calendar document, using the doctor's name and the time slot preferred. And scrolling a bit down, so I'll tell you how I've implemented the live SMS feature. Uh, Regardless, implementing the SMS feature by buying a mobile number and being able to send SMSs to multiple people was very expensive. So, in order to bypass this, there is a feature which allows you to convert SMTP to SMS, which is the simple mail transfer protocol to normal text message. So, how that works is like if you add a particular extension of that mobile carrier to your phone number, the phone detects that email as a normal text message and gives you a normal message instead of an email. So to explain that with an example, let's say your number is something around 555, etc., and you've opted AT&T as your carrier. So if you send an email to the address 555 so on at txt.att.net, as I've shown here, so that email essentially goes as a text message to your mobile phone. So this is how we are able to send SMSs at no cost to multiple users simultaneously. And this part of the code is how we are saving the memory. So as I've said that I'm using Superbase to kind of store the patient's information. So let me just open up the database here. And so what I'm currently storing is the ID, the phone number, first name, last name, email, a summary of the last conversation that we had. So the AI has context. So the conversations are sometimes long, right? So I've had multiple back and forth with the AI talking about different time slots, different problems I have, etc. So it summarizes that entire conversation to detect what my issue is, knee pain, heartache, etc. Right now we are identifying the patient through their phone number. So how the AI is able to detect if the patient is already come before or not is by using the phone number. So whenever in the patient intake form that you saw initially, so let me just refresh this page. In this page that you saw initially, when the patient enters their phone number, we make a call to the Superbase database to see if that number already exists. If that number exists in the database, that means that the patient has already come before, and we give the we add that summary, which is the last conversation here, to the system prompt so that the AI has some context. So if this doesn't return anything, so this dot single is what is enabling that check if that number exists in the database or not. If this doesn't return anything, it says that Superbase client is not initialized, and you can start a fresh conversation, right? And so that is pretty much it. So I've hosted this application using AWS Amplify. I did not go with the EC2 approach because a web application of such short scale and memory didn't require EC2, as it had a lot of manual intervention in between. So this way, I can directly connect my GitHub repository to the AWS account, and it detects any changes made in the GitHub repo and automatically pushes a new build, so that there's a very minimum manual intervention required. And also it does provide hosting, monitoring logs and errors such like that. So let's say a particular email is not being sent or a call is not being invoked, you can see the logs here and try to modify or correct them if required. Did I miss anything? So right now in my AI application, I have only one tool which is invoked by the AI, which is the send email confirmation. So during the conversation, if at any point of time the AI detects that the user is happy with the particular time slot and has agreed to confirm the appointment, that it triggers the send email confirmation tool, which I showed you before. It sends the email through Node Mailer, which is a Google's and the Node collaboration service, which essentially allows you to send emails to multiple people using your email for free without any additional costs. So this is my application. Thank you.